Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey everyone, welcome to another video about personal branding. My name's Alex, and if you're an influencer or an aspiring entrepreneur, social media entrepreneur, then you're in the right place. And here's why. Today we got something really special planned. We want you to learn a crazy structure that has allowed influencers to influence and convert their audience instantly. So it's a structure that was taught to me by an awesome internet marketer called Russell Brunson, and he basically teaches people how to sell more online. So today, as an influencer, you're gonna want to sell to your audience things that you want to offer them because it allows you to help them in a special way. So these people, they're watching your stuff, they're commenting, liking, they're DMing you, whatever. They're being fans, but you want to help them more, right? You want to allow them to help themselves. And if you're a specific type of influencer, maybe you're in fitness or in beauty or in fashion or in video games or in slime or whatever, right? Whatever type of influencer you are, your audience needs to know something that you already know because it's your passion. You do it every day without even realizing. So let's get right into the video. The structure that I want to share with you today is the Star Story Solution structure. And basically it allows you to, well, pretty much put your camera on, turn your camera on, talk to it, use this structure, you just fill in the blanks, and by the end of it you have a perfect presentation that allows you to, well, make your audience do something that you want them to do. Maybe it's download your ebook, maybe it's watch your next video, maybe it's to subscribe or to follow you or whatever. So let's get started. So the first aspect is, well, the first kind of step is the star step. So the star is either you or someone that you've been able to help. So just for the sake of this video, let's pretend that the star is, well, you, okay? So you start off this presentation by talking about who you are and what your background is and how you got to where you are right now. So maybe it was, maybe you were at a situation before and things weren't good or whatever. Just what's your background, right? Where did you come from and how did you become who you are today? So maybe it's something that you've learned, maybe it's experiences that you've had. And we all have thousands of stories, so you just have to pick and choose from them, and you just talk about, well, your story. And you basically introduce yourself in the start. So you could be like, hey, I'm Alex, I'm an influence coach, I help influencers, whatever, blah, blah, and this is what, this awesome thing that I have for you. But first I want to tell you a story. Okay, so that's kind of the setup that you can kind of create. You can have this in ads or in Instagram stories. So what's the next step? It's the story itself. So the story itself, well, first of all, you have to have a story that you want to share with your audience. So this could be, usually what this story is a story of transformation. So a really good example is in fitness, people who've been overweight and who lost a bunch of weight. And you see all these influencers who have these stories where they've been super obese, and they got into fitness, they fell in love with it, and then they just got fit. And then now they want to talk to their audience about how to get more fit. So that's an example, but maybe you're saying, hey, I wasn't obese, or I wasn't fat, or I wasn't ugly before I became a beauty influencer. Yeah, but there's something, right? There's, maybe you had a pimple one day. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe your hair was, you had split ends one day and you didn't know what to do, or your hair started to get decolored, or you realized you didn't have a tan, or whatever it is. Okay, that's in beauty. Okay, whatever it is, maybe makeup, it could be whatever, right? You know, whatever your niche is, you already know kind of what your transformation was and things that seem kind of mundane to you. But to your audience, it seems like, wow, it's something that they can listen to and learn from and actually get value from. So the story of transformation starts with point A, wherever you were before you discovered something. And it ends with, well, point B, right? You go from point A and point to point B. And that's basically your story. So an example is in fairy tales, right? There's a prince, and he needs to save this princess from a castle, right? So point A is that he's there, he's miserable because he needs to find a princess, and then he sees that the princess is in the castle, and he says, okay, I'm gonna go get the princess. He goes through a bunch of steps, like slaying dragons, I don't know, like getting through challenges, whatever. And then he gets to the princess, he saves her, and then point B is he gets married to the princess, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So that's a story, and we've all learned stories from reading or from watching movies, and it's always kind of the same structure. It starts off, there's this initial situation, and then there's a problem that arises, and then there's challenges you gotta face, and then at the end, well, you solve it, right? So let's simplify it just for like some kind of influence. So let's say you're in fashion, right? You're in fashion, you post pictures of you in suits, and you have watches, whatever it is. And a simple story can be, well, I needed to find a scarf to go with my outfit. And then I was looking for scarves, I couldn't find an awesome scarf. The colors weren't matching, and I didn't really know what would be a good scarf for this. And then I found my scarf. And the final situation is now I have a scarf to go with my outfit. Okay, so it doesn't have to be complicated. So, okay, so that's that for that. So the story, right? So the story, it's who you are, you introduce yourself. If you're on, like, you're already, if people already know you in your video, you just, you introduce what you're gonna talk about. Next, story. Okay, the story, talk about that. And the third aspect, the third step of this thing is the solution. So the solution is what has allowed you to actually make that transformation. So in fitness, maybe it's you discovered a way to like lose weight really fast. Maybe if you didn't have that story where you were obese and then you lost a bunch of weight, maybe it could just be, well, I discovered this new way to, well, curl my biceps, and my biceps doubled in size overnight. Okay, so something like that. It doesn't have to be, don't lie, right? There's just an exaggeration for the video. But that's the solution. And maybe it's a new supplement you've tried. Like you tried this new creatine or this new protein, and it tastes awesome, and you find that it just allows you to, I don't know anything about supplement. But you get the idea, right? Maybe it's a beauty product that you've tried. Maybe it's a lifestyle change. Maybe you started meditating. Maybe it's a type of meditation. Maybe it's this new yoga pose, right? It could be any of those things. It could be, well, if you're a swimming influencer, for example, maybe it's a new schedule for swimming, and you got more results with it. Who knows? So, like I said, you know what your niche is. Maybe you don't have an idea of what kind of transformation it is. Maybe you have to like think about it for a little bit. But at the end of the day, you already know what you do, right? You already know how to move forward, and you already know what was your past. So there's stories in everything that you do and everything that you've done. So, solution. The solution is, well, like I said, everything I explained. So the solution that you have, you can offer it to your audience. So if it's helped you, why wouldn't you want to help your audience? They are passionate at the same things that you are passionate about. And if you're a beauty influencer and you discovered this awesome makeup, right? Isn't it natural for friends to talk to other friends about like products or lifestyle changes or whatever that's helped you to help them as well? So that's how you kind of have to think about it as an influencer. Your audience is literally it's almost like it's your community, right? So you're just sharing what you already know to your community. And you can also monetize with this. So this is a little bonus for this video. That's it for the Star Story Solution structure. And for those who've watched this far, I want to add in a little bonus. about how you can use this, what you just learned, to actually make some money. So we described how to create presentations, right? You can write stories on blogs, for example, or these can be videos, it could be like Instagram stories, whatever. So how do you actually monetize this? How do you turn what you've just learned into money? Because I'm all about applied learning. If you just learn, you shut off this video, you go do your thing, and you don't do anything about it, then it's pretty much a waste of time. But if you actually apply what you're learning today, well, you're going to change your influencer business forever. So how do you monetize this? So I want you to focus on just the solution aspect of it, right? The solution, the things that allowed you to change something in your life for the better. So let's say it's a cream, it's an acne cream that you've tried, and it completely, like, you've had no pimples since, and it's been months, and it's awesome. So your solution, right, your pimple cream allows you to have a better life. So you can offer that to your audience as well. And how do you do that? Well, a lot of these products have affiliate, not affiliate, okay, affiliate marketing is the past. They have referral-based commissions. So you can find usually at the bottom of the website, of these websites where you buy these products, there's a partner program, right? And sometimes they have influencer partner programs. And these partner programs basically allows you to recommend these products to your audience and actually get paid every time that someone in your audience buys. So let's say your product that you buy every month is 50 bucks, and you recommend it to your audience, maybe it's like a few thousand people, and 100 people start buying it every month as well, and then you get like 50% commission. Well, that's 25 bucks for 100 people. That's 2,500 bucks a month just for, well, maybe one video or one post where you were talking about it. Okay, so I hope I got the math right on that. But that's a way to not wait for brand deals. Because in a sense, it's not a brand deal. You don't have to make a post about like something you don't want to post about, and you don't have to collaborate with companies that you don't really believe in. This is just you recommending, just doing a usual human thing about recommending things that you've already used and that you keep using, that you just products that you love. And your audience, your audience itself is able to better their lives as well with you. So it's a win-win situation where you get paid, their life is bettered, and your brand, this is the most important, your brand does not suffer from it. Okay, done are the days where you have to think about it in your mind if your brand is going to be in line with the companies that you use, in line with the companies that offer you brand deals, right? Like, should I accept this deal? Is it too expensive? Is it not? Is it? Am I charging the right prices, or am I not? And honestly, like, that is the way that you kind of break free from the mold of just being an influencer that relies on others, right? You're able to kind of claim that freedom back for you. So where am I going with this? If you want to learn more about this type of stuff, so how to create an attractive brand and also how to monetize your audience that you already have. If you don't have an audience yet, then we'll deal with that, okay? But once you have that audience, how to actually become a more established and more recognized influencer. Well, you can connect with me on social media. You can subscribe to me on YouTube, click the links below, and just discover what I'm all about, and maybe that will be a good fit to work together one day. But that said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If honestly, if you're someone right now who's watching and who does not know how to kind of move forward, but who knows that they want to build a personal brand at some point, that's when I think that we can connect. So thank you so much for watching. Peace.